I'm Dr. Thompson, Ntuba, the Chief Editor of Health and Development Magazine, and we are at the Convention Center, Baltimore, Maryland, today, Wednesday, and we are part of the Society of Toxicology annual conference and expo, and with me is
Hamad
and
Bushra
beautiful ladies. You say you're from where?
from Sudan.
Oh, from Sudan. Which part of Sudan? South, north? Which of them?
North of Sudan.
North of Sudan. So why are you in this conference? Let's start with you.
I'm in this conference. I was presenting part of my research, which is related to sort of cell line for BWO cell line and the effect of bisphenol A on this.
What about you?
I will present tomorrow. My topic is about the chlorovirus and its metabolite. It's a pesticide, very common in the United States and in the world. And I'm going to test it in MCF7 cell line, the breast cancer cell. It will be tomorrow.
Beautiful. And I'm sure there are lots of people who are expecting to listen to your presentation tomorrow in posters, right?
Yes.
Good. How do they come about selecting you to be presenters during this meeting? Because I know that it could be very competitive.
We prepare for this conference. We heard from our professor. We thank our professor, two professors, Dr. Nabawi and Dr. Ali Shak, for giving us this opportunity. And also we thank the SOT for giving us this opportunity and this challenge.
There are not many women from Africa who are in science, who are in medicine, who are in toxicology. So first of all, what would you tell them are the benefits of you being part of this Society of Toxicology conference?
There used to be not a lot of women, but now a lot of African women are involved in science, in toxicology, in different kinds of fields.
Yeah.
Science. This used to be, but now I see African women everywhere. They are inspired, they are very good, and they are challenging, and they do very good job. So I don't think they are not involved in this. They are so in this. So.
What do you think about toxicology and women?
I think it will help women to understand what's going on around her in the environment and everything.
There is a lot of toxicology which has to do with cancer, environment. The National Institute of Environmental Sciences is here. The NIH is represented. Other organizations. We have IU Tox, which is the International Toxicology Society from the world. The International Hepatotoxicology Society from Europe, from Asia, from every other continent. Now, if you were called upon to look at toxicology as its practice in Africa, and you were told to advise to lead to one or two improvements, what would you say? Let's begin with you.
Toxicology is a very nice field. It makes us know what harms us, like the harm thing and how to deal with it, how to get away from it, how to, like, there is a lot of compounds, biotics that people don't know about it. Like, I'm working with bisphenol A. The first time when somebody comes and see my presentation, I ask them, do you know what bisphenol A is? They don't know. So I'm asking people to be aware about what around them. Like, there's a lot of chemicals we are used to expose to it every day, daily basis. They are so ubiquitous around us, and we have little knowledge about it. So I encourage them to get educated, to know what they are eating, what they are consuming. It's a start from even the water, the baby water they give to their children, it's contaminated with fluoride, which in the long use, it has a very bad effect on their kids. So they have to be aware about what they are eating, what they are doing, even the soap they bathe in, the toothpaste. Each thing they use, they have to be aware what's in it and how does it affect them and their health.
What does it take for you to be a toxicology? What type of education must you embark on? What are some of the career opportunities which are out there for you toxicologists?
Yeah, there is a lot of opportunities. You can be a teacher, you can teach, in universities, or you can be in the pharmaceutical field to study the pharmacokinetics of xenobiotics, of chemicals, of new drug in the drug discovery. There is a lot of fields you can work with.
Must you actually come to the place where you do biology or chemistry or microbiology? Must you be an MD or a pharmacist to be doing toxicology?
She did already
I did all biochemistry from Sudan.
From Sudan. And you are doing a master's degree in
Now
University
PhD.
of your PhD in University of Maryland. Congratulations. Finally, I want to say that you are all from Sudan, and there is South Sudan, now there is North Sudan, and all this breakup of African countries into other little countries, like you hear the problem of Cameroon, as I told you, the Anglophones, the Francophones. What do you think about these African conflicts and breaking down of countries and all of these things which are causing trouble?
Breaking down countries is certainly not good. People have to be united. They have to fight for themselves and stand up for themselves and know that they have the right to object and to get united.
And we have to stay safe everywhere.
There are lots of people who think that Africans could benefit a lot from some of these meetings, but it's very difficult for them to get sponsors. Like you notice among all the thousands of participants who are here, you are a very few distinguished ones who identify with Africa. A few of the others are those who got maybe scholarships or benefits from Nigeria. How do we do it in order to get more Africans come to these international meetings where they benefit from the networking opportunities, they meet, counterparts, owners of companies and laboratories with whom they can work in partnership? How do we improve that?
This could be improved through the media, of course. Like they have to first know about it, then participate with it. It depends on their institutes they are learning in, their schools, their advisors. They have to be like to tell their students you have to participate in this and that. So they get the opportunity to participate and come and share their research and their ideas and so.
Lovely. Why should women be involved in toxicology?
To understand what's the harmful substance, and to live safe, and to raise, have to raise very healthy children. So have to understand everything around harm, especially the toxic.
There's a part of toxicology which is teratotoxicology, and it has to do with reproductive toxicology, developmental toxicology. We see certain toxins like nicotine. There are a number of posters that are presented presently on research done on the harmful effects of nicotine, which is from cigarettes, whether it's e-cigarettes and all of that, and how it's affecting children right in the womb. There are also research papers which have been done on the toxic effect of alcohol and small babies, that are born by women, complications with delivery and all of that. Does any of you have idea on some of those toxins from just everyday social substances that we use, like cigarettes and alcohol? And what advice would you give to women who are about to be pregnant or pregnant on how to prevent those teratogenic problems?
Yeah, there is a lot of teratogenic chemicals. Nicotine, one of them. The one I've been working with, bisphenol, they also penetrate to the placenta and affect the child. Alcohol, one of them. I think most of the women nowadays, they are aware about nicotine and alcohol problems because it's been there, and we've seen a lot of babies with teratogenic things like their faces. So people right now, especially women, they know better about alcohol and smoke, but there is a lot of other chemicals they don't know about. So when the woman gets pregnant, she should be aware, she should educate herself explore the internet and know what's good for her baby and what's not.
That's lovely. Finally, under what circumstances do you think that people can be pregnant and drink alcohol?
There is no such circumstances.
Really?
There is none.
because even in Muslim communities at times you hear allergic coke, right? You know what they call allergic coke?
I don't know what.
Oh, allergic coke is since we were saying that there are certain things which don't happen within the Muslim community, like you were showing me.
Right.
There are certain people who say that allergic coke is since you are not allowed openly to drink alcohol.
Yes.
You put the gin or the spirit in a cup of coke, and then you put it in there, and if somebody asks you, what are you drinking? I'm drinking coke, you know. Well,
yeah.
that's alcohol.
Yeah.
Well, that was just like to capture all of this. And I want to say that thank you very much. You say your name is what again?
Thanks, Hamad.
Uh-huh.
Nice to meet you.
And before we finish, can you tell me a little bit about your hair covering as it relates to all of this? They look so special, and there are many who are going to watch this video and they'll be surprised. Why are you covering your hair?
It's a religious purposes. Like, we have to cover our hair because the hair is considered in Islam the most beauty thing about the woman. So you don't share your beauty with other men. You just have to show it to your husband and other immediate relative, like your son, your uncle, your aunt. None of the other men should have see your hair.
What about you?
We have to obey the Quran, our religious, and obey our God. And this hijab protect us from